All right, today we're diving into something really, really cool. We're not just talking about one AI trying to play the stock market. No, we're talking about an entire team of them, a swarm, all designed to work together to make trading decisions. So let's get right into it.
And this right here is the central question, isn't it? We usually imagine AI as this one single super smart brain. But this whole project flips that idea on its head. It asks, what if a team of specialist AIs, each with its own unique skill, could actually be more powerful and, more successful than any one lone genius?
The idea behind all of this is something called swarm intelligence. And the best way to get your head around it is to think of a beehive, but for code, right? No single bee knows the blueprint for a perfect honeycomb, but together, through all their little coordinated actions, they create this incredibly complex, perfect structure. This system is trying to do that exact same thing, but in the wild, chaotic world of financial markets. So how does this digital beehive actually work? Well, it all starts with the members of the team. This isn't just one big AI blob. It's a squad of 4 totally distinct specialist agents, and each one has a really critical job to do. So let's meet the team. Okay, here's the lineup. First, you've got the market analyzer. Think of it as the scout, constantly scanning market data and news. Then there's the strategy optimizer. That's the technician, always fine-tuning the trading parameters. You have the execution agent, the closer, who times and manages that final order. And then, maybe the most important one of all, the risk manager. Now notice they all have a different voting weight. That's going to be super important in a second. And here's where that voting power comes into play. Just look at how it's distributed. The risk manager gets the biggest slice of the pie, 30%. And that is totally on purpose. It's a core part of the design. By giving it the most weight, it basically becomes the team captain, making sure that protecting the money is always more important than chasing some risking profit. It's a system built with safety hardwired in. So we've got our team of experts, but how do they actually make a decision without, just arguing with each other forever? Well, it's not chaos, it's a vote, like a high-stakes boardroom meeting that happens in just a few milliseconds. The whole process is incredibly structured. First, each agent goes off and does its own homework, looking at the data from its own unique point of view. Then they all cast a vote, and it's not just a simple yes or no, it's a vote that comes with a confidence score. From there, the system tallies up all those weighted votes to see if they've actually reached a consensus. And this is the golden rule for the whole operation. A trade only gets made if that weighted vote passes a 65% consensus. You can think of it like a supermajority. It's a deliberately high bar, and it's there to filter out all the market noise and stop the swarm from making some rash decision. It forces them to act only when the whole team feels a really high level of collective conviction. And get this, here's the proof that it works. In live testing, these agents hit an average consensus rate of 99.2%. That is just incredible. It means this isn't a team that's constantly deadlocked. It's actually a huge validation of the whole specialist model. It shows that when you give these different experts the same data, they almost always come to the same conclusion. But what about that small fraction of a time when they don't agree? Well, that's the system's safety net in action. This is an actual log entry. Maybe the market analyzer got excited and proposed a trade, but the risk manager ran its own numbers and came back with a really low confidence score. So because its confidence was below 50%, boom, it vetoed the whole thing. The swarm stands down, no trade. That's real hard-coded protection right there. Okay, so the swarm has voted, they've reached a consensus. Now what? Let's look at how that digital decision actually becomes a real-world action. How does a vote inside a computer turn into an actual trade on a massive exchange? It's all completely automated and seamless. The agents analyze, the swarm hits that 65% consensus for a buy decision, and instantly, the system fires off a secure, encrypted message, an API call, directly to an exchange like Binance. And just like that, a real order is placed on the market. From data, to decision, to execution, all in a matter of seconds. And this is so important. This isn't just some simulation running in a lab. It's built for the real world. It hooks directly into live exchanges. It uses heavy-duty security protocols, the same kind of encryption that protects your bank transfers, to make sure every single command is secure. It's constantly pulling in live market data, and maybe most crucially, it learns from every single trade, good or bad. It's designed to get smarter over time. So let's just zoom out for a minute. A cool trading bot is one thing, for sure, but the idea behind this AI swarm, it really is a huge step forward. It represents a totally different way of thinking about how we build intelligent systems in the first place. This breaks it down perfectly. The old model, the single AI genius, is a single point of failure. If its one big algorithm has a flaw, the whole thing goes down. It's also stuck with its own biases. But the swarm, the team model, is so much more resilient. It pulls together multiple expert viewpoints, and that democratic voting process helps to balance out any one agent's weird biases, leading to smarter, more well-rounded decisions.
So, when you boil it all down, the truly groundbreaking stuff here is threefold. First, it's a hybrid system, mixing different kinds of AI, like neural nets and language models, all together. Second, this idea of democratic AI governance, using a vote to make safer choices. And third, embedding an AI agent whose only job is to manage risk. It's like having a dedicated guardian built right into the system.
And that really is the big takeaway here. This isn't just about trading stocks. Think about it. If a team of specialist AIs can work together to navigate the insane complexity of financial markets, what else could they do? What about diagnosing complex diseases or managing the logistics of an entire city, or even speeding up scientific discovery? The power of the collective? That might just be the next great frontier for AI.